Good morning, students, and welcome back to your English class. Today, we are going to learn a new topic, which is letter writing. So, class, as you all know, nowadays we found very few of them writing letters, as cell phones, computers have taken their places. But do you do you all know letter writing was one of the most important means of communication earlier? The I would say the only mean of communication in earlier days, maybe when our parents were younger, when our grandparents were younger, was letter writing. So they used to send and exchange letters from one place to another, just not a town, a city, but even in countries. And for that, they even needed envelopes along with stamps. They used to post the stamp, paste the stamp on the envelope of which country or from which country they are sending, so that it goes to the proper person, proper relative, and so on. But nowadays, we have noticed that letter writing is not used as much, as we have options come up like WhatsApp messaging, and then we have even Facebook and so on. But class, learning letter writing is very essential, because till date, if we have to do any official work, we need to write a letter, a official letter. It is also known as formal letter. So there are basically two types of letter writing, formal and informal. Formal is used by and used for official works, whereas informal is used for writing letters to your friends, family, your close relatives, and etc. It's an informal letter. Okay. So class, today which we are going to learn is the informal letter. An informal letter is a letter written to your friends or family members. This type of letter is very spontaneous in manner. That means you don't need to think too much, or it doesn't have what you say, a proper rule to write it. Of course, you need to maintain some rules. You need to go through or use certain rules, but not compulsory that you have to use, or you have to maintain a proper format for informal letter. The tone of an informal letter is friendly and full of feelings, so you can express, you can use words like how are you, hi, what's up, and so on. But when you write a formal letter, you cannot use certain words, you cannot use certain emotion showing words. You can even use contractions like your, she's, or he's. All letters have to start with an informal salutation such as dear. Okay, so we always start an informal letter with a salutation which is informal. An example is dear. Most of it starts with dear. It ends on an affectionate note such as yours lovingly, yours truly, or yours affectionately. It can even be your loving friend, your loving sister, your loving mother, your loving daughter, and so on. So, in the end, when you write the affectionate note, always remember, if you're using the word yours, yours, you do not put an apostrophe s, and you can directly write a like yours lovingly. But if you're using the word your, you can write your loving friend. So over there, you do not add ly to the noun. I hope this is clear. With this, we start with the format of an informal letter. Before that, let us know exactly what all information is included in informal letter. The first one being the address from which you are writing. Obviously, you have to write your address. Next, the date. This is the most important thing, because if you don't write the date, class, how will the person know when you have written the letter? maybe the letter was lost and that person received after say 4 months, 5 months, a year. At least he knows that which time you had written, and you had for example inviting a friend for a birthday. Maybe our birthday is over and after that he receives the letter, so at least that friend will know now that you have received or you have written the letter on time, but it was maybe misplaced, so you have not received on he has not received on time. That's why date is essential. The name of the person you are writing to or addressing to, this is also again important. Without writing the name of the person to whom you're writing the letter, it can go to anyone. His at maybe even if you write his or her address, but if the parent receives, then if the letter was for your friend, but the parent may be thinking one of his friend has sent, right? So that's why name of the person you're writing to is also important. The body or main part of the letter, which contains three paragraphs, okay, that we will look at later on, and your own name, that is also essential. So person should know who has written the letter to. The address of the person to whom you are writing, this is again important, but this comes on the envelope. When it is really a personal letter, it comes on the envelope. The last point, that is the address of the person to whom you are writing, comes on the envelope. So this is the format of the informal letter. The first one, you start with place full address including street address, city, state and pin code in the upper left hand corner. Now, this address is of the writer. That means you are sending a letter to someone, so you have to write your address, and where it has to be written, upper left hand corner. Next comes date. So after that you can skip a line, or on the next line you can write a date. Then skip one more line and insert the greeting like Dear Henry. So always start with dear, and don't forget to put a comma after the name of your friend, mother or whoever you're writing the letter to. Then skip a line after the greetings, and from the next line, from the margin itself, start writing your paragraph. Now this paragraph consists of three paragraphs it should have: introduction, body and conclusion. So in the introduction of your letter, you should state your reason for writing. In the body, expand on what you mentioned in the first paragraph, okay? And in the third, it is the conclusion, you can make your final remarks. First, you're going to write why you're writing this letter. In the second paragraph, expand what exactly happened and why you had to write this letter. And the third is your concluding paragraph, where you write certain remarks or final remarks. Moving on, after that, you can leave a line and write the closing regards as yours truly, yours faithfully, as we discussed earlier, and below that comes your name. Now, it's an option if you feel like putting an handwritten sign or your signature after your name, you can do that. So, this is the format for letter writing. Let's look at an example where a friend is writing a letter to someone else, to one of the friend, asking her to join him for summer vacation. So let's see what how it goes about. First thing, you can see I have put up the address, which includes the street, city, then state and the pin code. Then comes the date. Then comes your salutation, that is Dear Patricia. For this letter, the first paragraph starts with, I hope you are well. Thank you for your previous letter. It's always great to hear from you. Are you looking forward to the summer holiday? So in this, he has already started or stated what exactly this letter is about. I'm writing to you because I want to invite you to visit me during the holiday season. We could visit the art and history museums, or spend days at the park, or wander around the shopping center if the weather is bad. My friends would have to spend more time, would love to spend more time with you too. We could hang out with them in that cafe you like or go on a day trip to the beach. What do you think? I think it would be amazing to spend a couple of weeks with you here in the city. We would have so much fun. So, this was the second paragraph where we have stated the details of why the letter is written. Next comes the last paragraph in the pink color where it is the closing remarks. Let me know what you think if you decide to come. We can start planning what we will do while you're here. I'm looking forward to hear from you and hopefully I will see you soon. And the last comes the remarks, that is your lovingly Kevin. That is your name. So this was a sample letter of how to write an informal letter. This is you're inviting your friend to stay at your place for summer vacation. Let's look at the envelope now. What exactly the envelope would have? It would have the address of receiver, the person who is going to receive the letter, his or her address, then stamp on right hand side corner. This is also very necessary to remember. For an envelope, you have to have address of the receiver on it and stamp on right hand side corner. So let's see how it looks like. So this is the address and here comes the stamp. So I hope you all have understood the format of letter writing. Now I expect you all to start writing a letter to your friend, thanking him or her for the gift sent for your birthday. And after that, I will ask few of you to read it out. Others will get chance tomorrow. So I hope you all have understood the format. We will again revise it tomorrow. So be ready for your next class along with the same letter which you all have written today. Thank you.